Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Drew Carney.
And I'm Brianna Fernandez filling in for our Corey Rose. Before we get to your top stories, we're checking in on our weather impact forecast with Katie LaSalle. Because, Katie, we've got some severe weather to watch out for the next couple of days and really a change of temperatures between today and tomorrow.
A huge, drastic change with this incoming storm system. Today, it will be warm, dry, upper 70s, gusty winds, high fire danger, and then we have issued a weather impact alert. Through the day tomorrow, we're tracking snow here for the Denver area, the mountains and foothills as well, and some frigid temperatures early Saturday morning. A hard freeze coming. Will drop down to teens and 20s for the Front Range, the Eastern Plains. Less about the snow accumulation, but around trace to 2 inches possible for portions of our southern high country and then into the Denver area. It's going to be wet and slushy, but for the most part, it's going to be a shock to the system. So from 40s this morning, it is not freezing. Winds are calm currently. We have seen some stronger winds develop over our northern mountains, but this storm is coming in and it's going to pack a punch. Right now, we're in the 20s out near Lyman, so a little bit colder out there. Want the jacket, the layers this morning. Sun will be shining. Sunglasses, sunscreen for today. By 11 o'clock, 66 degrees. So it'll be a pleasant morning. By this afternoon, warm, and the winds really start to pick up from northern Colorado here over the Front Range and Eastern Plains through this afternoon and evening. You can see that by 12 o'clock up over higher terrain, and then here for the Front Range and then Denver, it's going to be blustery for tonight. Then we'll introduce snow. So here comes that moisture rolling in through mid-morning tomorrow, really impacting the mountains and foothills first. By about 11 o'clock, Keeley, it's timing-wise, with the temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Snow will be actively falling from the sky, but it may not stick around. Such warm pavement for today could, though, especially into early Saturday morning, cause some issues on the roads with that very cold air sticking with us on Saturday. Then a warm up through the end of the weekend. Details still to come. How are things right now on the roads?
Yeah, things looking okay. The roads are dry. Certainly going to be tracking those challenging driving conditions tomorrow into Saturday morning. But as of now, we are tracking just 2 crashes. One of them is here. You can see right at the very top of your screen. This is westbound I-70, just west of Highway 93, around Highway 40. Let's take you to the traffic maps, show you where those crashes are. Again, just mentioned this one here. This is westbound I-70 at Highway 40. The right lane block, you can see crews still on scene. We're not seeing any backups as a result at this early hour, but we will keep tracking it. Another one, this is also in Jefferson County, westbound C-470 at Highway 285. The right lane is blocked there. Again, not seeing any slowdowns as of now. As for the rest of the area, we got a lot of green lights. Eastbound 6th Avenue to I-25, that commute time about 7 minutes, not too bad. If you're heading westbound 36 Denver into Boulder, that'll take you about 17 minutes for that drive. 8 minutes, so a little bit of a slowdown. Northwest 270, I-70 to I-25. This is pretty typical for this time of the morning. Northbound I-25 Castle Rock to I-225, you still got the green light for that commute. 15 minutes. And if you're heading westbound I-70, I-225 to I-25, that'll take you about 8 minutes as well. I-270, I-25 to I-70, easy 6 minutes for that commute. 10 minutes northbound I-225, I-25 to I-70. And I want to talk about the commute time between Denver, downtown Denver and the Denver Tech Center. If you're heading north, it'll take you about 11 minutes. If you're heading south, that'll take you about 12 minutes. And of course, depending on when you head into work, changes. You may start hitting more red lights. It's part of a new initiative to cut down on high-speed chases. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is live to explain how it works.
Hey, good morning, Keeley. So this is happening in Denver's busiest corridors, and it's all in an effort to slow down drivers and reduce serious crashes. So city engineers are adjusting traffic signals intentionally so that you hit more red lights overnight. So Denver's Department of Transportation and Infrastructure says during the day, most traffic signals operate on a set cycle. After 10 p.m., major roads like Colorado Boulevard used to stay green until a driver or pedestrian activated a change. Now areas like Federal, Alameda, Colorado will cycle every 90 seconds, forcing drivers to stop more often. City engineers say on Federal Boulevard, where the change was made 2 years ago, late night crashes dropped by 14%. On Alameda Avenue, they dropped by 21%.
I think what we hope to see is less serious injury and fatal crashes on our roadways and still keep people moving.
So these changes could mean that you may have to wait a little bit longer at the traffic signal, but city engineers ask you to please be patient in the name of safety. And these changes are expected to come to other sections of the city, including Havana Street and Hampton Avenue. Live in Denver, Courtney Yu, 9 News.
All right, thank you, Courtney. Meanwhile, the city is also moving forward with a plan to bring in a new company to rent out scooters and bikes here in Denver. A proposed 3-year contract with a company called VO passed out of a city council committee yesterday. It was stalled there a couple of times, actually, as council members said they needed to read the contract, and then they said they needed more time to review it. The city is choosing to go with a single company this time around to replace both Bird and Lime. Yesterday, Council President Amanda Sandoval said she still had a question about that.
What happens if VO goes bankrupt? Like, what happens?
If they fail to meet their service level agreement, we can bring in a second operator.
The contract is scheduled to go before the full city council later this month. If it is approved, VO will start putting out scooters on May 1st, providing a 2-week overlap. While Lime and Bird are phased out, the city also says the current low-income access program that offers free rides will continue. All right, to Brighton next. Police there say a car hit a child on a scooter right around 9 o'clock last night near East Bridge Street and Mount Bierstadt. They also told us the driver did stay at the scene. They're cooperating with the investigation. The child we know was taken to the hospital, but we don't have an update on their condition this morning. Westbound Bridge Street was closed last night, but we know it's back open this morning.
And this morning, an investigation is underway looking into what caused a major pileup on I-70 near the Eisenhower Tunnel. It sent 8 people to the hospital, one of them with serious injuries, and it's unclear how that person is doing this morning. In an update last night, Colorado State Patrol now estimates that around 60 to 70 vehicles were involved. State Patrol has not issued any tickets yet, and figuring out who exactly is at fault could wind up taking months. Now, insurance companies have a financial interest, of course, in figuring out whether their clients' bills should be paid by someone else. Colorado law specifically allows multiple drivers to be at fault in complex crashes like this. That's why local attorney Phil Harding believes the blame could ultimately be spread among multiple drivers.
Maybe someone stopped that started this chain of event. They may be attributed 30, 40, 50% at fault. But then that insurance company would say, well, wait a second, even though we might have hit something, whoever was behind us should have left enough space so that you could stop in time. And if you didn't, then you're partially at fault as well.
Colorado State Patrol says the primary factor in the crash was wet, heavy snow that day. The agency says vehicles were also going too fast for those conditions. They were following too closely, and in some cases, the tire tread just was not sufficient enough.
Now, with more snow possible in the high country tomorrow, Colorado State Patrol is reminding drivers to be prepared before heading to the mountains. Troopers say drivers should check the forecast for their entire trip.
We know that here in Colorado, anything could happen. It could be a really strong rain, really strong winds. It could be snow in September. We've had it, or snow in May. If you're not adapting your driving style to the forecast of your trip, then you're putting yourself and everybody else in danger.
So here are some tips for you. Officials say if you do approach a crash or see traffic slowing down, do not slam on the brakes. Instead, slow down gradually, keep a firm but relaxed grip on the steering wheel, and try to steer away from the incident if you can. They also say give yourself extra space on the road, slow down for those conditions, and make sure that your car is ready for winter travel before heading to the high country.
Please.
Yeah, so we've been talking about the fact that the conditions we saw on Tuesday will return to the area tomorrow. And if we're going to be honest here, the forecast suggests it's going to be a lot worse tomorrow than it was on Tuesday.
Friday morning, we'll start to see more mountain snow roll in, and it will be a colder storm system than even what we saw earlier this week. So please be aware winter driving conditions will arrive for the high country early tomorrow morning, lasting through the day, and even around the Denver area. It will mainly be wet and slushy, but as the temperatures fall, we could be seeing some slick roadways out there. So just take it easy. Please be careful.
Take it easy, definitely. It's going to be a very busy morning for both of us for traffic and weather tomorrow. Katie, thank you so much. Changes are coming to requirements needed to become a police officer in Colorado Springs. The Colorado Springs Police Department had previously required applicants to hold an associate's degree or 60 college semester hours. Now their recruitment website only requires applicants to have either a high school diploma or a GED. It's similar to what Denver Police and Pueblo Police require. The department says that the changes comes as applications for officers are declining.
I think for the last few years, we were missing out on a lot of applicants that were very qualified. We wanted to remove that barrier, especially there's so many qualified folks that maybe are coming out of the military.
The department says that while the requirements to apply have changed, the hiring standards remain the same.